So there's
And then,
almost personal relationships with the umpire too, right? Like,
oh, definitely. These guys know who they're getting that night. So when you're going up and you're getting ready to work with this guy, he's gonna work with you, you know. And then
mhm.
whenever he does get a ball, let's say he calls a ball and everybody starts screaming at him, "Hey, that was a strike." Sometimes it's good if you know it was a ball to be like, "Hey, forget about everybody. I'm right here. I know that was a ball. Good call." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
even if the stadium's not there, I have the plate right here. So
Yeah.
I know if he's right or wrong. I'm the one who knows if he's right or wrong.
Patreon.com/the Walk Off Podcast. $4 a month gets you in there.
This is the thing, buddy. You've been around pro ball for a while. You've seen the ins and outs of it uh, in the Jays organization for 5 years now. You've played all the levels, low A, triple A. You have seen many, many stadiums. Do you have a favorite one?
Nat Bailey.
Really? It is Vancouver's your favorite stadium. I love it.
That place is rocking, man. I love that place. I swear when I got drafted and I went to Vancouver, I was like, man, this is sick. I was like, this is unbelievable. Vancouver, like, I'm like, I don't even want to go to the big leagues. I want to stay right here.
Because you're actually playing. I know others have mentioned Vancouver as like they love it there. It's the crowd, right? You go from playing to nobody to going to Vancouver and it's packed.
Yeah, it's so sick. And like it's awesome just because of that. Like you go play Boise and there's no one there, and then you go to Vancouver and it's packed house. It was awesome.
Was Vancouver your first taste of Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first time.
first
Nice.
taste of Canada, first taste of Pro Bowl.
Love it, man. That is so cool. By chance, have you seen the movie Major League?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you're like, of course. What am I living in a hole? Of course. You know the scene where Jake Taylor's behind the plate and he's constantly mouthing off to the batter?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Does that ever happen? Like maybe not quite as adversarially, but is there some jawing going on sometimes?
It definitely does happen.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, most of the time it's just I mean, as a pro baseball player, you end up being friends with a lot of these guys,
Right.
especially playing through them in levels and going up levels together. You know, so yeah, I mean, now I mean, there's guys that I've been playing against for 3, 4 years. So like, when they come up to the box, I know them. So it's probably at the beginning of the season is, hey, welcome back. How's the family? And then towards the end of the season, it's like, hey, man, we're getting you out. You got no chance. You know,
High heat coming to your head, buddy.
yeah, it's awesome part of the game. With catching, a lot of the conversation is with umpires too. You know, professional conversations with them, figuring out their zone and if they like where you're setting up, or if you're moving the ball too much or whatever it is. Those conversations behind the plate.
If you're struggling getting into the rhythm of strikes and the strike zone and stuff like that, what do you do? Like, what are you saying to the umpire? What questions are you asking to try and kind of figure that out?
Yeah, definitely. So, number one thing would be setup. So, if you got to ask him like, am I setting up off? Like, do you like, am I on the plate? Number two would be a lot of veteran umpires. If they see you move the ball too much, they're gonna tell you to stop doing that. And then if you don't stop doing that, when you do catch a strike, they're gonna ball it just to let you know stop doing it.
Right.
So moves will be made smaller, you know. So, but you gotta see where you can get away with, because if I catch a ball here and I move it over here and they call it a strike, I'm gonna keep doing that.
Right.
But if I do it and he calls it a ball and says, "Hey, don't move it," now this time I'm gonna catch it here and I'm gonna move it here, and maybe he calls this one instead of moving it all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean,
So there's
and then
almost personal relationships with the umpire too, right?
oh,
Like,
definitely. These guys know who they're getting that night. So when you're going up and you're getting ready to work with this guy, he's gonna work with you, you know. And then
mhm.
whenever he does get a ball, let's say he calls a ball and everybody starts screaming at him, "Hey, that was a strike." Sometimes it's good if you know it was a ball to be like, "Hey, forget about everybody. I'm right here. I know that was the ball. Good call. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
even if the stadium's not there, I have the plate right here.
Yeah.
So I know if he's right or wrong. I'm the one who knows if he's right or wrong.
Well, my
So-
favorite thing about a baseball game, watching it from the stands, is how ridiculous you can get as an audience member, right? Where you're just like, there's no way that you could see it a strike or a ball better than the umpire and the catcher, but it's still so fun to be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
you-
And I mean, and it comes to a great thing is if you're a catcher and that keeps happening, that means you're doing something good. Because
Right?
it means you're making everything look like a strike.
Speaking of relationships with the umpires, do you ever have an umpire that you don't get along with for like stupid reasons? Just like, oh, Franklin's behind the plate tonight. He stands way too close to me. Or Alan just has the worst breath and I'm going to be smelling that all night. Like, is there any of that stuff that goes on, or is it just...
Yeah, honestly, I
Guess
had
our
an
preferences.
umpire. I had an umpire. I can't remember his name.
You can.
sadly,
You just
but-
don't want to say it. It's fine. It's probably for the
no, I
best.
actually don't. But in AA, I actually got ejected. And it was honestly a pretty bad ejected. I mean, not that I went crazy or nothing, but like I didn't do anything and I got ejected.
Wow.
So like I did throw in like I just looked at him and I told him you messed up. And
Yeah.
he didn't like it, but I didn't disrespect the guy, you know?
Yeah.
And he tossed me. And then after that, every time I'd had him behind the plate, he kind of would give me like this stern, like, but this year, I had him all this year, and we were great.
Okay.
We were great.
Which
he
does
didn't
show
give-
some professionalism, right?
Right. So I'm glad we got over that because it is a little awkward, because I'm not going to be mad at this guy. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, he was just mad at me. I was mad after he tossed me, but like I got over it.
Yeah.
And then like, I'm glad we just got past it because I got to work. You know what I'm saying? And he has to work. Like, this is way beyond me and
Yeah.
him. You know?
Yeah, let's not hold a grudge. We have to go to work.
And
here.
I don't want to be during the game just awkward because I got to communicate with him and I have to. Like, I have to.
Yeah.
I got a guy's job on the line in front of me. So, yeah, it has happened. And it's honestly kind of weird because grown men shouldn't build grudges. Like, get over it. If we hate each other for 5 seconds, it's okay. We're competitors. But yeah,
this is such good stuff, man, because these are the like little behind the scenes stuff that us fans don't really get privy to, right? So we really appreciate you kind of filling us in here. When did you we'll get into listener questions in just a second here, so just a couple last ones here and we'll get you on your way. When did you get into baseball as a kid? How old were you?
I was like 3.
You're like, I don't know.
Yeah, my mom and dad, they put me in coach position. I think I was 3. Pretty sure I have pictures of me in Pampers in playing.
Wow.
You were swinging a bat before you were potty trained. I love it.
Literally, yeah.